Hey everybody, Roman versus What the Squashfest podcast and my co-host.
Unlike what my hoodie says, I've never had a scotch and soda in my life. It's the boy Harm.
Really?
Never had a scotch and soda. I've had bourbon and cokes, but I've never had a scotch and soda because a soda technically when you drink is just like soda water. It's not like Coke.
Soda water.
Yeah.
Soda water. Okay. So tonight we're going to be reviewing Monday Night Raw. It was an episode.
It happened.
Things occurred.
That's just. I'm tired of people looking like Smurfs on my television.
Smurfs?
Did you not see what EO looked like last night?
Yeah.
And then the week before, Rhea?
No, remember, I missed that episode. I missed.
You didn't see the picture of Rhea online in the back looking like with all the blue mist? I gotta send it to you. She looks ridiculous.
Rhea was in blue too?
Last week. Yeah, last week.
Oh, nice.
I told you this when you asked me what happened on Raw, and I told you, and I gave you the recap.
I only thought one of them got misted. I didn't understand that both got hit.
On Raw last week, Rhea got misted. On this week, it was Io.
Oh, okay. I misunderstood. I thought Rhea got Io got hit twice.
No. It was Raw. Raw happened, and we can get into it right now. But I'm gonna send you the picture of Rhea and Stephanie. She looked even worse than Io did.
You said
last night.
And Stephanie?
And she took a selfie in the back with Stephanie Vicker while she still had all the blue crap on her face, all over her body. It definitely looks AI generated.
What?
But
really? Oh my god!
That's what it was on the end of.
Stephanie looks gorgy, even without the makeup.
Always. I say this all the time. She has movie star level attractiveness.
Yes. All right. And she was in a show. She made it was on TikTok. I was scrolling, doom scrolling. And then there was a video and they were like, oh, Stephanie Vicker in this show or whatever. And I'm like, what? And then literally she just popped up out of nowhere on the show. It was interesting. Anyways, so Monday Night Raw. Kick us off, buddy.
All right. So the show kicks off with a Rhea Ripley promo. And she comes out to the ring. Mm-hmm. And this is where my annoyance begins. I'm sorry. As you know, I hate this story. I hate it. I cannot stand it. Every week I find a different reason to hate this story.
It's fine because there's something on Monday that irritates me the same level.
Los Americanos?
No, we'll get into it.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I'll let you know. I'll let you know.
Okay. Man. Okay. Well, she comes out and she basically she's doing her regular entrance. And she gets in the ring, she goes, Asuka! And she's yelling at Asuka and Kairi and then how she wants to beat them down and how she needs to get that what they did to Io last week was despicable to do to somebody you consider part of your family. And then she goes, I know what it's like to fight my family. And then as she's talking, Io comes up. And Io looks at her. And Io's like, Rhea, you were right. I cannot trust Asuka.
You don't have to try to do the accent.
I'm not actually even trying to do the accent. This is just me exhaling.
Every single time you tell the story of Io, Asuka, and all of them, you always come out with this BS accent, and I don't understand why.
All right, she's like, Rhea, you were right. I cannot trust Asuka. But Asuka and Kairi are still my family, and I do not want to fight them. That's what she said. And immediately, Rhea turns into like this giant gothic puppy for Asuka, and she's like, I'm sorry, for Io. Mm-hmm. I feel bad for you. I understand, but you can't trust them. You can't go back with them. Because Io said, at the end of this, I still want to be a family with them.
Yeah. And weeks ago, you and I made the comparison of the Romeo and Juliet story. This is exactly what this is.
Yes.
This is Romeo is over here trying to convince Juliet to leave the family,
Mm-hmm.
and it is not going to happen.
Not even a little bit. So they're talking, and eventually the Kabuki Warriors hit the ring.
Yep.
Brawl breaks out. Asuka mists Io. And they again. So as they're all fighting, and I mentioned this to you because you didn't watch Raw last week. Kairi is doing aggression, but she's reluctantly doing aggression. Like she's listening to Asuka, and doing everything Asuka's telling her to do, but she's not. She doesn't really want to.
Yeah.
So, they missed Io again. She looks like a giant Smurf or a tiny Smurf. After they took out Rhea, they go to the commercial break, and if you're watching the international feed on this, I'm sorry, the international feed commercial with Io writhing around the ring and saying "I can't see" was borderline hilarious. I swear I
didn't see the international feed, so I can't even speak to it.
It's hilarious, bro. It's just like the acting levels of this is just so terrible.
I just saw there was a clip when they were finally getting backstage, and
there was another backstage segment between them. 2 hours later, she still was in full blue makeup. Yeah. Like they didn't have her take a shower, nothing. Like
they were like, "We need this for later."
Yeah. So Rhea, when they eventually get Io out of the ring, and this is part of the international feed, Rhea finally crawls her way over to Io and starts consoling her. And after, like, I noticed this right away, Io, none of the referees, none of the people giving her water, none of the people giving her towels could get her to stop saying "I can't see" and stop making her writhe in pain. As soon as she heard Rhea's voice, she looks at Rhea and she goes, "Rhea?" She reaches out for her, and it's like nothing happened. I'm just like, what just happened? Like I understand the story, the Romeo and Juliet story. We understand that they're supposed to be not in a relationship, but they're falling in love with each other, right? That's the story of this thing. But it's so blatantly bad.
I thought it was more of they're trying to do the Romeo and Juliet, but as a friendship. That's the way I'm looking at it. I don't think there
are so many undertones of lesbian relationship there.
You're not wrong. I agree with you wholeheartedly, because even the way like they were embracing in the ring, like when Rhea was talking to her, just like holding her hands, and it looked like she was like caressing Io's arm. Like, I agree with you wholeheartedly. But again, this may not be the PG era, but I don't think they're outright doing a lesbian story.
I mean, you could. You're just not going to have them.
I'm not saying you can't. I'm just saying I don't think they are. But I think that, to your point, they're doing certain things to like have an undertone.
Somebody in that writer's room is saying we need to make Rhea and Io look like they're in a relationship, but we can't go full-fledged with it. Yes. That's what they're doing.
Yes.
That's it.
That's what I agree with you 100%. But it's just so weird. Like, it's a compelling story, and yet they're doing certain things that they do make it just uncomfortable.
Yeah. So we get announced, actually Rhea announced that she spoke to Pierce, and it's going to be Rhea and Io versus the Kabuki Warriors at Crown Jewel. And that's when the Kabuki Warriors came out and attacked them. They're like, great, we're going to have an 8 a.m. match. This is 8 a.m. This is going to be the 8 a.m. show next week. It's just nuts. I'm going to get McDonald's and eat McGriddles while I watch wrestling.
I can't.
All right. It was fine. So then we get our first match of the night. Dirty Dominic Mysterio versus Rusev for the Intercontinental Champion. It was fine. The story of this match is Dom's scared of Rusev. He's running away. Every time Rusev hits something, Dom rolls out of the ring.
You thought it was okay? I thought this was a very good match.
I don't think the actual in-ring was good.
I thought the story was good towards the end. Like,
okay.
The way Dom
I mean, Dom's a good worker.
No, I'm saying the way Dom won and everything, and the fact that I was dying laughing when he tried to cheat, and the ref was like, "I saw you."
How many different ways can we do the Eddie Guerrero cheating the stuff with Dominic Mysterio?
Yeah, exactly. So the fact that he caught him, he was like, "I saw you. What are you doing?"
It was entertaining. Okay. That's what I'll say. This match was extremely entertaining.
Okay.
I'm not saying it's a great match, but it was fun. It was
great,
fine.
But I think it was. I was entertained, and that's saying a lot because I have not liked the Rusev match yet.
Because it was all against Sheamus. You hated the Rusev Sheamus storyline constantly.
There you go.
You put him in something else, and my question is, obviously, for this Rusev Dom feud, Dom is the babyface.
Yeah.
He got cheered coming to the ring.
Yep.
He tried to cheat. He hit Rusev with the belt towards the end. He tried to run away with the belts first, and then he hit Rusev with the one belt.
They were cheering throughout that whole thing. Yeah.
They're cheering through the whole thing. He did the Eddie Guerrero spot where he took the bump where, like you said, the referee caught him. And then he, like, when the referee's trying to give one of the titles back, he grabs onto the referee. Rusev tries to separate them, and then he gets a low blow. Crowd cheers, and then he grabs tights. Like, he cheated 4 ways. It's like to get the win.
Yep.
Then he grabs tights to get the win. And the crowd cheered him throughout, even at the top of the ramp when he's holding both championships. This dude is so over as a lying, cheating, stealing Eddie Guerrero style heel right now. It's like, so.
Which makes me think, when are they going to pull that trigger? But I think they're waiting for Liv.
Yes, I agree. I don't pull the trigger. I don't pull the, like, if he's going to get naturally, organically cheered, you don't need to do the...
Which is what I was thinking, too. There's no rush because he's already getting the cheers.
And you don't even need to do a flip. You just naturally have him start feuding with heels. Like, he's already getting cheered. He's a babyface, and I liken him to Rhea or Damian last year where they were in the Judgment Day. They were baby faces inside of a heel group.
Yeah.
He's kind of doing the same thing right now. He's getting cheered. He's double champion. He's a baby face inside of a group of heels. And eventually, we keep saying he's going to get removed from that Judgment Day, and he's going to be on his own, and he's going to be a baby face. And, retire his father at WrestleMania.
Here we go.
I'm still saying it has to happen. But yeah, Dominic Mysterio retains, and this isn't the end of it because Rusev was super pissed that he lost. So we're gonna get a. I think we're gonna get a gnarly.
That's all they do with Rusev.
I think they're gonna get a disgusting, gnarly beatdown. Rusev on Dominic Mysterio next week,
which is only gonna boost Dominic.
I was saying maybe he's a babyface, man. Like, all right, so. I think this is the segment you hate.
Okay.
We had Raquel Rodriguez versus Bayley. And so before the match, we have Bayley in a backstage segment, and I noticed it right away. She's wearing a Lyra Valkyria shirt. So immediately you knew, okay, Bayley is in her hugger Bayley mindset right now. So this was a fine match. These two women are great. Raquel's looking really good. She had on homage to Kevin Nash last night. She had on all red top to bottom leather like his singlet. Like, she was perfectly homage to Kevin Nash last night. Really good match. Of course, Bayley, being in her hugger persona, she was doing so many moves that she doesn't normally do. Like when she hit the figure 4 leg lock, I'm like, whoa, where did this come from?
Okay, how about her callback to the Hardys?
The call back to the Hardy. She had a twist of fate, and she did something before the twist of fate.
Well, she was just doing the
yeah,
and it was more like a senton, not a swanton.
Yeah, it was a senton, and then she had a twist of fate. Yeah, so it's fine. Hardys are TNA, which makes them WWE canon.
Yeah,
they're gonna be on NXT next week, title for the NXT and TNA Tag Team Championships. But yeah, this is a fine match. Roxanne gets involved. She rakes Bayley's eyes, which leads to Raquel hitting the big boot and then hitting the Tahana bomb for the win, which surprised the heck out of me. So Raquel Rodriguez getting a win over Bailey on a televised one on top of that surprised the heck out of me. They're actually pushing Raquel, which was not on my bingo card. Not that she doesn't deserve to be pushed. She's great. But I did not think Raquel was going to ever do anything. I thought she's just going to be there.
Yeah.
Like, she's just going to be on the roster forever. They're going to use her where they need to use her. And then they'll eventually release her or she'll retire. But no, they're actually using her in an effective way right now. So then they're celebrating Roxanne and Raquel. And Roxanne just goes feral. She just starts beating down Bailey in the middle of the ring.
Raquel sends her.
She sends her. She goes like this.
Yes.
Yeah. And she just goes feral. She's just beating her down.
Mm-hmm.
Lyra's music hits. Lyra stops at the top of the entranceway.
Yeah, she's like fighting it.
She's like, I don't know if I should trust her. I don't know if I should go. But eventually, the baby face in her runs down to the ring.
The backstage segment.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
Oh, I started talking about how she walked up on the shirt on,
And
but I didn't say
what actually happened.
Bailey asked Lyra to be in her corner again this week. Lyra said, "No, I can't trust you."
Yeah.
So I totally skipped the next part of it. So yeah, Lyra comes down. She saves Bailey, but then the heels start beating her down. Bailey in the corner. You can see the switch. She goes nuts. She gets up. She takes out both women. Then she looks down at Lyra, and she just starts laughing maniacally. So you think you're going to get crazy Bailey. No, she went back to Hugger Bailey. She went from Hugger Bailey during the match to crazy role model Bailey to beat down the two heels, and then back to the other one because she was like, "Oh no," it's kind of like a mix in between because she goes,
"It was a mix." Great job, you idiot!
Great job, you idiot! And then she goes, "Let's go beat them down again. Let's get them.
Let's go get them."
So it was kind of like, are you in which role right now? Because if she was completely in role model Bailey, she would just be like, "Lyra, I told you I don't want you." Yeah. But if she's in the other one, she's like, "No, come, embrace me, hug me." You know.
Is it my
thoughts? Turn? Yes. Go ahead.
This is terrible. This is god awful, bro. Again, if we weren't already seeing this with R-Truth, maybe. But he was doing such a good job with it that now you just recycled it, gave it to Bailey because you weren't doing anything with her and you were wasting her. Now, the thing with that is, number one, I wasn't a big Hugger Bailey fan, right?
Loved it.
I'm sure you did. I missed all that. Remember, I'm not an NXT guy, so I missed all of that. I like role model Bailey. However, this back and forth every 2 seconds, it's just not compelling. Pick one. Or pick something in the middle. I'm okay with if they're doing this back and forth, whatever, she keeps switching personalities for a limited time until you give me a full-fledged amalgamation of the two. I'm okay with that. But the back and forth, I just don't like how it's coming across. It's not compelling. It's not good. That's it. I hate it. I hate it. Give me something new or give me an amalgamation of the two. But don't go with this back and forth crap. It's just, it's cringe to me. And then the fact that we're including Lyra doesn't help any. Because I'm not the biggest Lyra fan. Although she's been less annoying ever since this part of the story has started. The only thing is that she just makes no sense. When she's like, telling other people to check on Bailey when she could do so herself. You know, little things like that irritate the crap out of me. There's just no logic. So my thing is they need to get through this, whatever this is, quickly and give me what's the next phase of this. That's my thing. Because the back and forth is just, I can't take it. For me, this is what the Kabuki Warrior storyline is to you. It's really irritating. And every time they're trying to push it on the TV, I want to change the channel, but then I remember, oh wait, you have a podcast that you're required to watch this garbage.
And a perfect segue into the other garbage we can talk about. So Io Sky is still in Blueface in the back, right? She's sitting on one of the like the wardrobe things, the stagehand things, and it's just like an hour after she got beat down, and she still hasn't taken a shower and washed any of this stuff off, which would be the first thing I would do. WWE TKO, get better. You got like $7 billion that you're taking $30 a pop from people's checks every month. Get them one of them showers from a sci-fi movie before you do something, because this was to see little Asian Smurf back there still crying annoyed me. So so she's there, and then Kairi Sane walks up. And Kairi Sane is apologizing to her but saying, we want you back in the family, but you have to apologize to Asuka. Asuka's right. You have to apologize, and you can come back. We can be a family again. And Io is looking at her and said, Kairi, apologize to Asuka. Why? I've done nothing wrong to Asuka. And she's... I forget exactly what she says, but then you could see Kairi's face, and she's just like beaten down and crying. And then she hands a picture to Io of the three of them together. Like if just happy times are gonna make me.
That's because Io sent her off.
Yeah,
she's like, get out of here, Kairi. Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah,
and so then she gives her the picture, because that's what she was holding on to the entire time, because that's her dream right now, is for the family to be back together.
But if I'm Io in this scenario, a picture of the three of us is not going to make me forget that this chick just blue misted me in the face. I'm sorry. It's like, what is this? Like, look at me. Look at me. This is what you want me to come back to? She's yelling at you every single week. Talk to anybody. She's telling you to beat people down who you obviously care for, who you don't want to beat down, and she's misting me in the face. Why would I want to be part of this family? The levels of, and I'm going to say this because I was just watching this movie before we got on this. The levels of idiocracy in this storyline baffles me. All right. So we also got a pre-taped package telling the story of Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins.
I don't care about that.
It was done really well, and it was essentially just to remind us that they had 3 matches. Mm-hmm. Cody beat him 3 times, and they have a healthy respect for each other. That's even if they don't like each other. So then we got the Seth Rollins in-ring segment with Cody Rhodes.
Yes.
And Seth comes out and he's like saying basically the same thing he did say. Like, Cody wants to be the quarterback. Cody wants to be this. But when Cody left, a lot of the same things he said to Punk, but when Cody left, I had to pick up the ball and take over, put the company on my back. I was the guy. I might be mixing the two, the video package and the promo, but basically they're the same.
Yeah.
He basically says this match at Crown Jewel isn't just for the Crown Jewel Championship. This is for who's going to control and shape the next 10 to 20 years of professional wrestling, of sports entertainment, is what said. And I'm thinking to myself, it's like these men are the industry, same thing.
Not the same thing. Cody definitely came out
the industry
because he said that.
Well, yeah, because either way, neither one of them are going to be around in 20 years to shape the industry. They're both going to be 60 years old. I'm hoping they're retired. But Cody came out, and Cody basically said, shape the industry. What are you talking about? Yes, this will be to prove who's the better between us, but I can't shape the industry. You can't shape the industry. And I'm thinking in my head, only Triple H can shape the industry. but he looks at the crowd. He goes, only they can shape
and
the
And
industry.
that's when I want to vomit, because every time he panhandles to the freaking
it's
crowd,
the babyface thing.
I know, but it's just
John
so
Cena did the
cliche.
same thing for 15
I
years.
understand that, and it was cool when one guy did it, and now I gotta get this super uber copycat doing the same thing. No,
Cena was just a copycat of Hogan. Like, we can do this for decades going back. Hogan was saying the same thing. But Hogan in the 80s is Cena in the late 2000s. It's the same exact thing.
Only one of us watched that.
Oh, Jesus Christ. It's the same thing baby faces have been doing for 50 years. Because the same thing Dusty Rhodes.
No, it's too much.
All right. Well, he said only they can shape the industry. Right? So they're going back and forth. And Seth gets the better of Cody on this one. And I forget exactly what he says, but Seth's music played. What did he say exactly?
His line when he said, "I'm about to
I forget what he said.
I'm about to reshape the timeline."
Oh yeah. Like he's a Thanos villain.
That's exactly how I took that. I was like, "Oh, you about to reshape the timeline, bro?"
He did say that. You know why? Because I remember saying he's WWE's version of Loki.
Yes.
That's the way I took it. He's WWE's version of Loki. And yeah, I'm going to reshape the timeline. Cody says
with this win, it's going to wash away everything else. He said, forget everything else that's happened between us. I'm going to beat you, and that's all that's going to matter going forward.
Yeah. So it's fine. Seth needs to get this win.
He has to get this win.
I can't have him lose a fourth time to Cody Raheem Rhodes. Like, no more Cody, no more Super Cody. Like, I'm tired of Super Cody. Like he beat McIntyre. He beats everybody. I think he's lost like 6 times in 3 years since he's been back in WWE. It's like, he needs to win. Seth needs to win.
Yes, agreed.
All right. So we got LA Knight and Kofi Kingston.
This was a good match.
This was a good match. Kofi got a good match out of LA Knight. I'll give him that.
First off, let me just say, all props to Kofi. Because even the promo
in the back
segment,
yep,
LA Knight did not fumble a word.
No.
This one time. Because usually every promo, we always argue that somehow all these long-winded speeches he has, he always starts fumbling around and forgetting what he's supposed to say. Yeah. Apparently, Kofi's the answer, because this man did not fumble a word in the match. He wasn't all lost, and I didn't hear him talking to everybody, telling them what spot comes next. All these typical LA Knight fumbles, the way he just be gross. None of that happened last night. And Kofi's the answer. Going forward, this man needs to face Kofi for everything.
No, thank you. So you have the backstage segment where
7 matches like this, but I got to get Rusev and Sheamus.
I don't think it was 7. I think it was 5. Either way. LA Knight was in the back talking to Adam Pearce, saying, I'm the last person to beat Seth Rollins. I want my World Heavyweight Championship match. The New Day walk in, and he basically said, I don't care what you're talking about. We want our tag team titles back. LA Knight says, don't you see that I'm in the middle of a conversation? And Kofi looks at him and says, hey, between either of us, I'm the only one who's ever won the Heavyweight Championship. Because TNA years ago doesn't count, apparently. So, but when he was Eli Drake. That's not canon, I know. But Kofi's like, I'm the only one that's won a championship. And LA Knight's like, yeah, you're the only one who's ever won a World Heavyweight Championship. Fumbled it away. And Adam Pearce, put my name right next to Seth on the dotted line. I'll sign it. And then he put this fool in the ring, and I'll hit him with a BFT while he's looking up the right lights for 1, 2, 3. I fumbled. I did not write down exactly what he said, but that's what he said. I'll hit him with a BFT, and with everybody saying, yeah. that's basically it. And then we have the match. The match was actually pretty good. The match was pretty good. Kofi's really good in the ring. This was just to get them on the match on this show, though. They neither one of them feud moving forward. We're not going to get LA Knight versus the New Day.
They need to. That needs to
we
be
may get
the thing going forward, because I'm tired of seeing Penta versus the New Day. Let's get LA Knight in there.
I mean, we can get LA Knight versus Xavier Woods one more time, and then just like we only got
he still
one.
has to face Grayson Waller.
They were telling the story about how Grayson Waller was out with a neck injury because he took Springboard Mexican Destroyer last week.
He'll be fine.
All right. Let's talk about this
Where's
backstage.
Austin Theory? Jesus Christ.
He's out with an injury.
I don't care.
All right, so then this is like we jumped around because apparently Seth Rollins promo after that match. But we'll talk about Becky Lynch beating down the Alpha Academy.
Okay, first off, hilarious. Hilarious. The fact that she beat them down so quickly. And then she just walks up to somebody who was like, "You good now?" She was like,
"You feel better?"
That was hilarious to me. But why? Why does this need to turn into a match for next week?
I don't know. I don't know why we need the match for next week, seeing that we just had that match a month ago for the Intercontinental. She beat her. We know Maxine cannot wrestle.
Okay, and then she just beat her down within seconds in the backstage. So why do I need a match to do the same thing?
Because she's gonna beat her down. She's gonna win. She's gonna win the match. She's gonna beat her down, and you're gonna get.
I bet she loses. I was just gonna say that she's gonna lose, and it's gonna be because of AJ Lee.
I think she wins. She beats her down, and then AJ Lee comes down, and then she
for the save.
For the save, and that's how you get the feud. Because this whole backstage segment was, hey, I don't even know why Becky walked up to him in the first place, but then Maxine was like, you consider yourself the greatest of all time, but AJ doesn't call you the greatest of all time.
No, she said you consider yourself the greatest of all time. Becky says that's what they say.
Everybody says it.
Everybody says it. Bleacher Report, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, I didn't want to go through all that.
And then
I don't want to go through all that.
If you're gonna be the play-by-play guy, you got to do the play-by-play.
We know Becky's shtick. If you watched Raw, for the last 4 months,
the whole point of the podcast is for the people who don't necessarily watch.
Maybe they watch it and then they want to watch us get our intake afterwards
with inaccurate storytelling.
But then they can go in the comments and be like, "This guy don't know what he's talking about," and I can be like, "Kick rocks."
You just want to start mad TikTok beefs in the comments. Like, this is what you're about now.
So yes. Becky goes into her spiel. Becky goes, yeah, everybody says it. Bleacher Report says it. Sports Illustrated says it.
I love the fact that every time she goes into her spiel, she mentions different
added to another
people.
One.
Yeah, she just adds different sites and stuff.
Like, I think it was just Sports Illustrated.
I think so too. And every week she gotta change it.
So yeah, that's what Maxine says. Yes, but AJ Lee doesn't consider you the greatest of all time. And Tozawa chuckles, and Becky lays out Tozawa with one punch, and he sells it like Rocky Bambino. Was that his name, Rocky Bambino? Yeah. It wasn't Rocky Marciano. Rocky hit him. He sells like Rocky hit him. And then as Maxine is checking on him, Becky beats her down, and then she walks up to Seth and they're like, "Did you get it out of your system? Are you okay?" She's like, "Yeah, I feel better." And then Seth goes out for his promo, and yeah.
Well, she also asked him if you want me to go out with you and stuff.
Do you want me or do you want Paul?
She was like, "Do you want me to go get Paul?" And he was like, "Nah, I gotta do this by myself."
All right. So then we have the greatest debut in the history of tag team wrestling.
This was terrible.
This was horrendous.
They've dropped the ball on this.
This was terrible. This was so bad.
First off, can I say the biggest draw from Chad Gable being Grande Americano was the fact that he was both Chad Gable and Grande Americano.
Yes.
The fact that this man is solely Grande Americano took off a lot of the mystique for me. And
they weren't doing anything with him as Ludwig Kaiser.
The what?
They weren't doing anything with him as Ludwig
I
Kaiser.
understand that, but that was the whole spiel. It was the fact that he was trying to portray that he was two different people. When one was hurt, he still had to wrestle. Things like that. Where is that? Nowhere to be found. Now he's just a lackey for Dominic Mysterio, and he just interferes randomly because it's not even a luchador thing anymore, I feel like.
No.
He feuds with random ass people.
So, yeah, this match was Dragon Lee and AJ Styles versus Los Americanos.
That's going to be a TikTok. I'm telling you that right now. I'm going to make a whole rant about why this is garbage.
Okay, that's fine. And Los Americanos, obviously, was Tyler Bate and Pete Dunne under
they look different.
Masks. Tyler Bate looked like Tyler Bate. Pete Dunne looked so different. Like, Pete Dunne was the larger one of the two wearing the red mask. Tyler Bate was the shorter one in the blue mask, but you could definitely tell from his frame and he has that weird chest hair thing. You can tell it's him, and just the way he moved in the ring, he was still doing a lot of the Tyler Bate stuff. If you've ever watched him wrestle, Pete Dunne, if that was Pete Dunne under the mask last night, kudos to him. He looked like he grew about 3 inches and lost some more weight. And was wrestling totally different.
Mm-hmm.
But this match was fine. Oh, and Dragon Lee for face paint under his mask to make him. I said Dragon Lee for some reason is now doing face paint under his mask to make him look like a dragon.
Yes,
like
you saw that, right?
Yes, and contacts. And I'm just like, okay, I guess we have to do this to make him give him more of a gimmick. But just like. I don't like it.
How about the stupid names? Because that's what I couldn't remember for 2 seconds.
Oh,
Bravo and Rio.
They kept calling him Rio, but it's Rio. It's gonna be Rio. It's gonna be Rio, yeah. Like gringos who can't do no Spanish.
Yeah.
Bravo and Rio. Whatever. I mean, it was Carlito, Primo, and Epico. Like we can't get Hispanic names right on WWE, all right? And Primo wasn't even his cousin; it was his brother. Yeah. But it was fine. This match happened. AJ Lee and AJ Lee and Dragon Lee get the win. I said AJ Lee, I meant AJ Styles. AJ Styles and Dragon Lee get the win. This is why Vince McMahon always said you have to have different names. Because things like this happen. And okay, like it just happened. It was just on the show. Nothing. There was no beatdown afterwards. AJ Styles says, I get to do beforehand. He goes, I get to do a number, beat up John Cena at Crown Jewel. I said AJ Styles said he gets to do the number one thing at Crown Jewel he loves to do, which is beat up John Cena. Like this is just match happened. It's fine. And as I talked about, this is why Vince McMahon said
you keep breaking
Bronson. Oh, I said, as I was saying, Vince McMahon always said you have to have a different name. Else, Bronson and Bronson have a tag team match. So, beforehand, as Braun and Braun are making their way to the ring through Gorilla, Seth is there, and Heyman's there, and Heyman obviously he's with Bronson and Braun. And he looks at Seth and he goes, are you all right? He goes, I have to beat him. And Heyman's like, you will beat him. You're the architect. You're going to beat Cody Rhodes. And Seth, again, just like destroys, like, no, Paul, I have to beat him. And it changes Paul's face. Like, he's seeing concern and he's seeing mental anguish on Seth. He's seeing the mental breaking because this is the guy that he just can't get over, right? This is his Io Sky for Rhea Ripley. He just cannot beat Cody Rhodes, and he will not be fulfilled until he beats Cody Rhodes. So, and I don't know if you noticed it, but after he said that, Braun kind of gives Seth a look. And then bark, and then he's like, and I took it as you're losing your confidence. Remember, I can take this group away from you whenever I want. That's the way I took that look from Braun.
Yeah, I didn't take it that way.
I definitely did.
I think you getting way ahead of your bridges.
That look I saw from Braun was similar to the looks I saw Solo giving Roman. Mm-hmm. Where every time Roman would hit somebody with a spear, Cody specifically, or whatever, and they would kick out, and Roman would start freaking out in the middle of the ring. Solo would give him a look like, you're supposed to be the tribal chief. This is not supposed to bother you. You just get up and continue to pound people while Roman is starting to freak out. That's the way I took that look from Braun last night. Like, he's seeing this guy who's supposed to lead them freaking out over Cody Rhodes. Maybe he's not the guy who should be in front of this group.
Yeah, I think you're reading too much into it, buddy.
I'm just saying. So then we get this tornado tag match. Fine match. I just want it to be done. I don't want this feud anymore. It feels like Jay and Braun that's the feud that will never go away. Mm-hmm. The Usos get the win because Bronson and Bronson beat them down. Like, they are doing everything to make these two guys look like monsters. They beat them down. They were standing over them as the Usos were selling and looking like, oh, this match it's over. They're just going to hit them with a couple tsunamis, maybe another spear, and they're going to destroy them. So Bronson gets up to the top rope, set to do a tsunami onto, I think it was Jay. Roman's music hits. And Roman comes out. Roman has a chair.
None of that happened.
What do you mean that happened?
You're confusing the two things. He went to go do a tsunami. That's when Jay kicked him off. He hit him off the rope. What he was going to do was the tsunami, but he told Breaker to stack him. That's when Roman comes out. When he goes to stack them up, and then he was going to go, but he never even made it to the ropes.
Never made it to the top rope. Roman comes out. Yeah. But I remember them standing over them. I remember
just standing there.
But I remember him on the top at some point. Okay. All right, so Roman comes out. That's the
good thing I watched the show.
I watched it and
I just mean like it's a good thing I pay attention. Otherwise, we'd be giving misinformation.
And the important part is what happens after. Roman comes out.
This guy.
Roman comes out. He hits. I think he hit Braun with the chair, or he hit Braun with a spear. Then he hit Breaker. For some reason, Bronson had his back to Roman, looking at the crowd. Even though he knew Roman was out there, because Roman hit him in the back with a chair. That confused me. I'm like, this guy's out here. Like, why are you not like ready to defend yourself? He just had his back to him. So Roman hits Bronson Reed with the chair. Throws Breaker back in the ring. Super kick. They put him into the middle of the ring. The Usos go on opposite corners, and they hit their old tag team finisher, the double splash onto Braun Breaker to get the pinfall victory. Roman gets into the ring. Roman ignores Jimmy. I don't even think he looked at Jimmy.
Don't even think he did.
So he ignores Jimmy, goes to Jay, and puts his hands on Jay's shoulders at one point, and he kept telling him, it's like, I told you, you just come in, you smash, you destroy, you take what you want. And this entire time, and then Jay's like, "You right, Oos. You right. We smash. We got this. This is all house." The whole time, this is what Jay was saying.
This is all that matters.
This is all that matters.
This is all that matters. And
but the whole time as they're doing that, the camera is panned between them. You can see Jimmy right between their faces, just like, I don't like this. I don't like.
Now here's why I like this.
No, I don't. Not that I don't like this.
No, I
understood. Jimmy doesn't like this. I think it's great.
I get it, and this is why I like this. Bloodline's back, baby. Bloodline's back.
We're recycling stories from 2020.
It's not recycling the story. It's continuing that story. That's long-term storytelling, is the fact that the entire time that Jay was rising up, Jimmy even at one point betrayed him because he said he didn't want to turn him into Roman. And now that's exactly what's happening. And it's nice to see that we're it's like we took a break essentially of main bloodline story. And then now we're starting to get back into it little by little.
Yeah, even in the backstage segment that I skipped over earlier, like they were talking, and Jay's like, I don't care about LA Knight. You damn right I left you last week with LA Knight. I don't care about LA Knight. We need to do what we need to do. I need to be more like this, and maybe if I was focused on this, I'd still be world heavyweight champion, is what Jay said.
And no,
And
then what he said was, but you wouldn't understand that.
you would understand that, but because Jimmy's never held a singles title.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, but you wouldn't understand that.
And Jay has one more tag team than him.
Yeah, because he was tagging with Cody. That's.
I thought that was stupid.
It was dumb, but either way. But he said you wouldn't understand it. He's never won a singles title, so which is what he meant. So yeah, Jimmy's looking at it, and Jimmy's like, I don't like this. My brother's going to become corrupted with power. He's going to become just like Roman. He's going. I'm breaking up, but he's going to be just like Roman, and he's gonna. And he's gonna be something that we value to become. That's basically where we're going right now. I like it because it's an evolution of Jay's character.
Yeah,
I've said this every week. He needed a change, and having to understand that I am now top guy. I have to look at things from a different perspective.
Yeah,
like Roman had so much to carry on the bloodline. He elevated those two guys, and even Roman said it. I don't know. I guess they were kind of shoot style interviews, but they were in the press conferences. And Roman would say, "It's like I love the fact that with all of my success, I can bring other people up with me." And you're seeing it with Jay. You saw it with Sammy. You could Solo, Jacob. Like a lot of these guys are getting elevated to levels that they weren't. And if Jay's going to go down that not heel road, but definitely more that aggressive road to try to get that world heavyweight championship, I'm all for that, because now we're gonna get a true story between him and Jimmy, and not just Jimmy kicked me in the face. We're gonna have a match at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was Monday Night Raw.
That was Monday Night Raw. I mean, there were some lulls, but nothing too crazy. It was fine. It was fine.
It was fun. It was a decent enough show.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even call them lulls. We have different of opinions of what we find entertaining in wrestling. I mean, the Americanos match, yeah, that's whatever. I'm getting a little tired of it at some points. Like if Chad Gable doesn't come back, and I said this last week, Chad Gable doesn't come back, and we get it.
You broke
Feud.
up.
If Chad Gable does not come back, and we get an American-made version, what are we doing?
Broke up again. American.
I don't know what's happening on my
Grande Americano.
And the Los Americanos feud. If we're not getting that, what are we doing?
American Made hasn't been on television in a very long time.
They have not been.
Yeah.
Without Chad Gable, what do you do with them? Like, and they're a good tag team. They don't put the tag division on Raw.
Yeah.
Like, was JD and Finn on the show? Besides the walking into the arena?
I was gonna say all they did was walk Dom. That's it.
Yeah, I was saying I don't think we had a backstage segment with the Judgment.
Not this week.
Yeah, so they don't. You have your tag team champions featured on the show. Like, they don't do anything with that tag division. So why would I think that Julius and Brutus Creed are gonna be? The Viking Raiders weren't on the show. I'm sorry, the War Raiders weren't on this show. Like, there's nothing for them to do until Chad Gable gets back.
That's true.
And you could use Ivy Nile in a feud, but Becky's stuck with AJ, and the Women's World Championship, again, stuck in limbo until we get past Perth, Australia, because we did get another segment highlighting Tiffany versus Stephanie.
Why can't Ivy Nile take control of American Made until Chad gets back?
I don't know. You would think that they would do something with them. Do they have the confidence in her ability to talk and lead them?
I just think it'd be dope. Yeah, no, I get what you're saying, but I think it would be dope, and then have them go on a little run while Chad's gone. And then that's the whole thing. When Chad gets back, that's another problem Chad has to deal with. Besides the Americano gimmick, trying to get that back, also getting his faction back in order.
I think he'll just come back and they'll just follow him around again.
Basically.
I don't think they're going to think too
I know.
much
I'm just
into
saying,
it.
what would be more compelling?
I think I can see that, but I also don't think they want to, because the way I look at that is, oh, Chad loses his faction. Are we on the road to back to turning Chad babyface again? And I don't want that. I want Chad to stay a heel. And him having them just follow him around is more heel than having them turn their backs on him.
Yeah.
So, who knows? I don't know. I don't remember what his injury was, to be honest with you.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know what the time frame for him to be back would be. Talk about injuries. Did you see that Tyreek Hill injury?
No.
Okay, I'll send it to you. If you're squeamish, don't look it up.
Okay.
Sorry. Yeah, that was Monday Night Raw, and we have NXT tonight. Are we going to watch NXT? It starts in 10 minutes.
Nope. I told you specifically, make your own TikTok, and you could be discussing the NXT AEWs on your TikTok.
NXT AEW TNA?
Yes.
It's a lot of work.
It's not a lot of work. It helps boost the channels.
I know.
And then when I brought it up the other day, what was your response to me?
I don't remember. I really don't remember.
Let's see if I can find it.
Oh, it was something along the lines of GFY.
Yeah, basically.
Something along those lines. It might have been throw yourself in front of a bus.
Instagram, definitely. TikTok, you can kill yourself. That's what you told me.
That sounds about right.
I hate you so much.
That sounds about right.
But yeah, so I started, just for everybody who's now paying attention, now I'm going to start utilizing my main TikTok as well to boost up the Squashfest TikTok. So I'm going to have exclusive content on there. I believe I'm the official Roman Versus on TikTok. That's a great question. I probably should have started with that. Yeah, the official Roman Versus. I'm going to get the boy Harm to join TikTok on his own so he could put up exclusive content as well. Because you know what also irritates me is the fact that literally when we're on the Squashfest page and we're responding to people, the fact that sometimes when we want to say something, we have to put our names on it.
I always put my name on it.
I know. It's annoying. I'm like, you could just be responding from your own page. You know what I mean?
Okay. All right, but that's Raw. Well, we don't have a SmackDown preview yet. Not that I would even remember what they advertised for SmackDown this week. But you got anything? What's your last take on Raw?
We better fix this Bailey situation quick before I get over it. Yep.
And I'm tired of the Io Rhea story, so hopefully after Perth, this is over.
I don't think it's over.
But it won't be, because they need to go back to Rhea getting her win over, which should be her motivation to begin with. Not because I want to be your friend. I don't need to be your friend. I don't need to be hugging. I don't care if you're getting beat down by Asuka. I need to get a win over Io Sky.
Yeah,
that's my motivation.
The only way they get to that, my friend, is if one of them turns heel. So good luck with that. Exactly.
That's not happening.
So get over it. At least mine is feasible.
That's so annoying. Please, then split them up. Please have the draft come. Send Io Sky over to SmackDown. Just
because then she gets split from the Kabuki Warriors.
That's okay. I'm done with that story too. Have Perth be the blow off.
That's dumb. That's too.
No, put her on
That's
SmackDown.
too soon for that.
Have her feud with Tiffany Stratton.
We're not even in the midway mark. It makes more sense for them to send off Rhea Ripley.
That's fine. I'm okay with that too. We need different feuds. We need different feuds. I'm tired of the same thing over and over again.
SmackDown could use another big name.
Move Rhea over to SmackDown so you can get Rhea Jade or Rhea Tiffany or something over there. You call up Jordynne Grace, you put her on Raw, and then you do some other. There's two. I spoke about this last week. There's not enough women for two titles and two champions and the tag titles. There's not enough to support all 5 championships for everybody. So you need to be moving people around and bringing new people up.
I disagree, and I'm going to bring up my Excel spreadsheet now.
Jesus, we're going to look at the entire roster?
Yes, we are. Let me move this because you got taken out real quick. Okay. No. Because I refuse to listen to you when you say that. You say that every time this comes up.
Because to have a women's division, you just have one title. You ostensibly need 4 to 5 women for one title. You have 2 world championships, you have 2 mid-card championships, and you have a tag team. So ostensibly, for each show, you need 10 women for the singles championships so you can rotate them out.
They literally have 10.
And you need for the tag titles at least 2 teams on each show.
You have 3 on Raw.
3. You have 3 female tag teams on Raw.
Yes.
What tag teams? Hit me with them.
Kabuki Warriors.
That's 1.
Raquel Rodriguez and Roxanne.
See, I don't consider them a tag team.
That's your problem.
They were just
and Natalya and Maxine Dupree.
That does not count.
That definitely counts. They're a tag. They've tagged in the past. Jesus. They are a tag.
Jeez, that does not count.
You said you need 10 women.
10 women for single.
Becky Lynch, Io Sky, Ivy Nile, Lyra Valkyria, Naomi. Well, Naomi's not there. Zoe Stark, she's injured. Bailey, Stephanie, Rhea, Nikki Bella.
They need to do something more with that women's division because I forgot it existed.
Okay, hold on. So that's Raw. So you're wrong on Raw. Now let's look up SmackDown because I got SmackDown too. Boom. SmackDown needs some work. Wait, hold on. Technically, this is another tag team. Hold on.
Meech and B-Fab.
Yep. Meech and B-Fab, Alexa Bliss and Charlotte, Alba Fire, Piper Niven.
They don't.
Alba Fire and
Piper Niven, they're hurt. We'll say Chelsea Green. And Alexa and Charlotte. Because technically they're a SmackDown tag team, but they're the current women's tag team champions. So they're supposed to be on both shows.
But they're not.
So I know they're only been showing up on NXT.
So there you go. You got the 3 teams on SmackDown. Now how many women for the division? Ready?
For tag teams?
No. For singles, because tag team I already proved you wrong.
Okay. You say so.
Okay, ready? You said you need 10.
For the 2 championships, because there's going to be 4 women feuding for the 2 championships at all times.
Yes. Bianca, Jade, Meechin is also a single star, Zelina Vega, Candice LeRae, Chelsea Green, Julia, Nia Jax, Nikki Cross, Tiffany Stratton, and Kiana James.
Did you just name like 12 on SmackDown? Like,
I didn't even count B-Fab.
This is terrible. They need to do something more with the women's shows because that was.
I'm just saying They have divisions. They're just not utilizing the women, and some of the women shouldn't be utilized. No.
I say that all the time. That's my take. But I mean, if you want it, this is what you can do. You want to make the worst women's tag team of all time? Just put them in a tag squashed every week. And they would actually look decent together. You put B-Fab and Maxine Dupree in a tag team.
They're the same character.
They're basically the same character.
They're the same character on two different shows.
They basically are. Oh, God. Yes. All right. Well, my take. We did our takeaways already. Anyways, I'm going to say it again. This whole EO storyline. I'm done with it. If next week, if somebody else gets misted and looks like a Smurf, I'm going to put my fist through a TV.
Okay. Such an angry person.
Well, that's going to do it for us this week. If you have any hot takes or things that you feel
irritate the crap out of you, let us know in the comments below.
Yeah, irritate the crap out of me. I'll just like, what? What did he say? John Cena's not the greatest of not. Cody Rhodes should be released and go back to AEW.
Wow.
Nah, he's fine. Him and Tony Khan will never reconcile.
Hey, never say never.
Tony Khan basically ran him out and said, "I don't need this anymore."
You broke up so much. I know. You.
Tony Khan basically told him, "I don't need your creative anymore." Every time I get to that point,
yep, it means it's not meant to be said.
It's literally was Tony Khan. He told Cody Rhodes, "I don't need your creative ideas anymore. I got this." And that's just rumor. And Cody has always said he'll never talk about it, but that's exactly what happened.
Oh, well. He's in a better company.
Oh, it's WWE. Regardless of some of the ridiculousness they do, at least they're not running shows out of, a little bigger than a bingo hall.
Yeah. Very sure.
And AEW's been better lately. Their content has been better. It's just sometimes it's just I want to shoot Ricochet.
What? This guy. You stay trying to get us banned.
I was going to say something totally different. That was the milder of the two things I was going to say. I was trying to think of one person in AEW
who we still have a podcast, people, please follow, like, comment, and subscribe, because I don't know how much longer we're going to last with the way this guy says things. My luck, you would create a TikTok and get banned within the first week.
He's like, Derek, how'd you get banned? Oh, I said something about...
Don't say it. You're out of control, bro. But that was Raw, and that's going to do it for us. As always, we love that you guys have been so involved, that you guys like, comment, and subscribe, and you follow us, and a lot of you have been sharing our content. We appreciate you for doing that. We love the fact that you guys are starting to follow us on different platforms. Again, we are on Spotify, TikTok, iHeartRadio, and YouTube. And yeah, growing the community.
That'll do it for us this week, and we'll see. If I have downtime tomorrow, maybe I'll create a TikTok and I'll talk about NXT. We'll see.
We'll see.
But we'll see. I'm trying to grow another TikTok page. Is going to be fun. But yeah,
that'll do it for us. We appreciate you as always, and we'll catch you on the next one.
Peace.